wanted to talk about my experience with the monthly drawing challenge Inktober. Guys, for the first time ever, I actually completed the entire month. I did fall behind a few times, but I was able to catch up quickly and finish by October 31st. I want to share the top 5 things that helped me to finish Inktober on time. Number 1, get excited. During the summer, I had an idea for getting a new square sketchbook along with a new inking set. I did a medium-sized master copy of one of my favorite artists and just introduced myself to the pen set. I had a lot of fun and found that letting go mentally with brush pens allowed the most interesting marks to happen. It really got me excited and looking forward to this year's prompts. Number 2, be prepared. September rolled in and I couldn't get my hands on that prop list fast enough. As soon as I could, I looked at the list and I started thumbnailing. I got one of those 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper and made 31 squares that I scribbled my ideas on. With each thumbnail, I listed the prompt it was based on. I finished my thumbnails within a week, and for the rest of the month I got right to sketching. I made sure the sketches were loose and quick, but were more resolved than the thumbnails. At the sketching stage, I was able to reconsider any thumbnails that weren't working or needed to be altered in some way. I finished the sketching within 2 or 3 weeks. Number 3, set limits. When given the prompt list, there are so many different ways that you can interpret a single word. I used to get easily overwhelmed with the ideas that didn't really correlate with each other, and the possibilities were endless and it didn't really make any sense. So I set a rule for myself that my pieces had to feature wolves for 2 reasons. 1, I have the most practice drawing wolves, so I knew the anatomy wouldn't confuse me. And number 2, I really love them, so I knew I'd had fun drawing it every day. Number 4, work smarter, not harder. I did a few things to set myself up for success. I made sure I was drawing a subject matter that I really cared about, like I mentioned before. The sketchbook I ordered ended up being only 6 inches wide and tall, which was smaller than I anticipated, but it worked out because smaller drawings are way faster to do than big ones. There were times throughout the month that I found myself filling in space with straight black. The pen nibs were so small that this took way too much time. I finally bought just a jumbo Sharpie and I was able to keep my drawing time to under an hour. Small stuff like this really help because when you begin to feel that resistance, when you're losing motivation, it's easy to overcome that because the task isn't hard, so you're more likely to finish it. Number 5, be flexible. There were days in October that I couldn't get in my drawing time. Life happens, and that's okay. I was able to catch up pretty easily thanks to the tips I implemented in the previous topic. There were some days that I was out of the house all day, but I did bring my art bag, so I was able to work on Inktober while I was visiting family or whatever else I was doing. The point is, I wasn't in my typical drawing setup, but I was able to adjust and work no matter where I was. Overall, I had a really positive experience with Inktober. I didn't feel super stressed, and it was a fun time that I look forward to every day. I think the hardest part about the whole challenge was keeping up with posting on Instagram and TikTok. I was also recording the process and sharing it the whole time, which is hard in general for me to do. So this was good to get me in the habit of recording the process and finding time to edit and share later in the day. I don't think that any one of these pieces is a masterpiece, but there are some that are definitely stronger than others. The ones that really work, I'll probably take into Procreate and make them even stronger and sell them as prints later on. And even the ones that don't work so well as prints, I can still reuse them and eventually turn them into stickers. So to close out this video, I just wanted to share with you guys that I really enjoyed my Inktober experience, and I'm happy to share it with you guys. I hope you guys can take these tips and implement them in your future art challenges. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and even Etsy if you want to support my shop. Until next time, guys.